Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This here is Gnomadan. Say hello to everyone, Gnomadan. Good boy. When last we were left off, we were here in Combe. We were at the Combe and Wattle Inn, and we were speaking to one of the rangers, Toridan. And Toridan was telling us about the Blackwolds here in town and asking us to go and speak to Constable Underhill. So that is what we are going to do. The other quest we had was to take the toolbox back to Builder Earruer, who is back in Archet. And I think we may go ahead and do that one first just to finish up Archet, get Archet out of the way for us. And that should, I'm thinking, finish up all the quests over that direction. So we will do that. I think also I've got some inventory I need to sell off.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Let's see what we have here. We do indeed. I'm going to sell off some of my junk inventory. And I will meet y'all on the road to Archet. So I will see y'all in just a moment. We are coming up on Archet here. We've managed to run down the road without running across any of the wolves or boars or anything like that that tried to take us on. And we should have, yep, that's Builder Ear, who has come to help rebuild the town of Archet, seeing a good business opportunity here. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
What can I do for you?
You have my thanks, Gnomadan. Now Borin and I can get to work rebuilding this town. Take these coins for your trouble. He does have another one.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Message to Taylor Green. Supplies here in Archet are limited and will certainly not suffice to repair the damage wrought upon the village. Now that I have my tools, I will be able to begin shoring the fences and repairing the buildings where I can. Archet would need more lumber if it is to recover completely from this attack. If you find yourself in Combe to the south, seek out Taylor Green and let him know that I will need another order of wood from the lumber yard. If you've not been there before, listen well. The Combe lumber yard can be found by following the road south. Pass through the gate toward Combe and follow the road east up the hill. It would then bend slightly to the northeast towards the Chetwood. There, in a soft dip before the North Chetwood, you should find Taylor Green. So we got to go talk to Taylor Green. That we can do.
How can I be of service?
Hurry along now. I'll get to work on what I can, but the lumber will not last long. Find Taylor Green at the lumberyard east and north from the center of Combe. Easy enough. All right, now that we have done that and spoke to the builder, let's make one more swing through the town. Make sure there's no other rings on the map anywhere. Nothing else that's waiting for us to get done that needs accomplishing. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any tucked away back there in the jail yard. Nope. No rings on any doors. Poor sad mourners. There's Atlee. I think we can call Archet well and truly finished now, unless something sends us back to speak to the builder again. If we talk to Taylor Green and he gives us our reward and says, yes, I will send it at once and we don't have to come back, Archet seems to have been done. So we are going to head on back to Combe now. Although Edward Carver has something above his head. You know, that's one thing I've almost never done is check these little note things like that.
Friend.
And they've got their own little dialogues and things that go up too, you know, the ones that have additions to the quest you're on. Speak to my brother Roderick in Combe to the south if you're interested in learning a vocation, Gnomadan. When you arrive in the town center, take the left path as it climbs partway up the hill, and you should see him right away. Can do. Okay. We are going to head on back now. Oh, yeah, I think we finished up everything out there at the... I think we searched through the Hunter's Lodge as well. I'm pretty sure I did that in one of the previous episodes. Perhaps the last one before we headed out of town, but I'll check it off camera. There's no point in running over there now. Pretty sure that I checked it all out. I'll check it off camera and ensure that we have finished up with the beginner zone here now. And we are going to head into step 2. Boy, that blue bar down there fills up quickly whenever you're here in your beginner stuff, doesn't it? And then I think we got one mad badger up here that should attack us. That's the mad bristlehide there. That's the one that we got the tools from, if I remember, because he's still leading guard over that. Holding guard over that wagon of the builders there. Come on through. The guard should take care of him. Yep, that was a bunch of arrows going along back there. Let's go and talk to... I know who we're going to talk to. Let's talk first. I like the smoke. One thing I was reading on the forum, some people were talking about, you know, the issues that they've had with that. The bushes have gotten a little bit too overwhelming, especially over in the Shire. They feel that a lot of the Shire's been kind of, a lot of their charm has been kind of wiped out by bushes everywhere, and that Standing Stone have said they have taken that complaint to heart and are going to work on kind of tuning it and dialing it back a little bit. But I do like the fact that chimneys have smoke coming out of them now, because throughout most of the game, you had a bunch of chimneys that were almost never had any kind of smoke coming out of them or anything. You'd see fires on the inside, the fireplaces would be lit, but nothing would be coming out the top. Just a bit of a non sequitur there. We want to talk to the bard, and that is a lovely, lovely hat you're wearing there.
What do you need?
There we are. And the reason we want to talk to the bard is we need to train 2 skill points here. So we're going to look at Huntsman, Bowmaster, and Trapper of Foes. Mobile, harassing mid-range hunter. Devastating long-range hunter, dealing great damage. And use area effect and CC range skills to hinder foes. What kind of stuff have we got up here? Rapid fire, though, that's nice. Moving targets. Bow of the Righteous. Precision, okay. What's up here in the top Bowmaster? Plant feet. Upshot. Bodkin arrows. Deadly precision. Hail of arrows. Rain of arrows. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Bowmaster. And Trapper of Foes. That increases your traps. Yeah, tripwire. Survival gear. Is that caltrops? That's combat traps. Whew. Really seems like all of these are things that I like. Blood arrow. Pathfinder. Ooh. I think this may be the first one that I actually work on all 3 paths. I buy the 3rd path as well. Because technically this you know, the yellow path tends to be the one with that you use party wise, but it's got a lot of really nice stuff in it. They all do. We're going to stick with Huntsman for the moment, and we're going to put a point into Strong Draw. So that will give us +5 damage, like skills that consume focus. And one over here will give us +1% range damage. Very good. So let's apply that. Now, trait tree number 2. Mid-range mobile harasser deals sustained damage while free to move. They unload rapid volleys, dealing damage quickly. All right, that's where we were. Stationary long-range hunter dealing great damage. High-impact line that rains bursts of damage upon the saint. Uses a rhythm of generating, consuming focus to maximum DPS. Focus on sustained damage, AoE, and CC, controlling the flow of battle while providing buffs for allies. So it is still the yellow one. Is still the one with our trap specialization, but that's some nice stuff in there, including decoy and all. I think I would definitely be going all three. Definitely going all three. We're going to take Bowmaster for now. Look at where we're going to put our 2 points for that. True Shot. +1 in critical chance. And -6 bow inductions. Yes, that speeds up our attack. So fast draw and add to our critical chance. Track changes. Yep. Now, how much is it to get the third tree? Never bought one. 100 mithril coins, and we've got 33 mithril coins. So we will look into that. I'm not going to get into the mithril coin market right now. Increases our criticals. That reduces our bow induction time, sorry. And that increases our damage and increases our damage. We are going to stick with that one for now. Okay. Now, always like the fact, always nice to be able to find a bard so we can get our traits slotted, isn't it? Let's talk to the constable. Hello, Mr. Underhill. Haven't seen you in a while. Finding Amdir. Toradan sent you, did he? It's good to have the hero of Orchard on our side. The hobbit lowers his voice. There's still a Blackwood agent in town. We think he's trying to rebuild the band from among the ruffians and bullies. We need proof, though. A letter or parchment would do if it came from the agent himself. Many of the brigands hole up in the Chetwood. Follow the road east until you come to the guardhouse where Constable Wren is stationed. From there, head north and look for the brigands' watchfires scattered throughout the wood. Search their packs for signs of their summons. Let me know right away if you find anything. We need to know what they're up to. So we are going to be searching the Blackwood recruits' packs.
Oh, good day.
I was just telling us the Blackwoods have taken up residence in the Chetwood to the east. You'd best begin your search there. That I will, but in the meantime, we are also going to look at all these quests out here because, good lord, we got a lot of quest rings. Nice to be back into a hub with a lot of folks to talk to. Let's talk to some. Here's Burl Beeman, who's got is that a gray level quest? Nope, that's a silver level. We haven't leveled up high enough to get that one yet. What have we got over here? Miss Catchpole, I recognize you. You've got your fishing quest. You know how we love fishing.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Mourning the dead.
I'm sorry, my mind is miles away. I didn't see you there. Did you help fight off the brigands? My dad did. He...
Gale chokes back a sob.
During the Blackwoods raid on Archet, someone broke into our house and stole many of our things. I don't care about most of them, but they took my dad's favorite fishing pole. I don't care if I get anything else back, but he wouldn't have wanted some filthy brigand to have it. Now that I've moved here to Combe, I've been meaning to ask Constable Wren if she could track down that fishing pole for me. Could you ask her if she has any idea where it might have been taken? She'll be at the guardhouse on the hill east of Combe.
Sure. It's bad enough that they stole the
What
your
can I do for you?
legacy from your dead father, but it's the fact that it's a fishing pole as well. That's just low. That's evil, it is. Evil. Okay. We have a stable master.
How can I be of service?
Good. So we can do some swift travel around the place. Combe stable helper there. He has got the quest for the strange new horse that has arrived in here in town. We're going to hold off on that one for just a moment. Let's talk to Miss Woodwright.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
Reconnecting ties. Constable Wren is a very popular lady at the moment.
Pardon me, do you think I could take up some of your time? I haven't had any word of me son Koval since this brigand nonsense began, and I'm mighty scared that he got caught up in some trouble. We lived in Archet till recently, but we had an argument. I'm sure you know how boys are, and Koval left all in a huff. He said he would make his own way down in Combe, and that's the last I heard of him. Now that I've come to Combe, I hear he's gone east.
Oh, dear.
If you don't mind, could you talk to Constable Wren for me? She watches the road east out of Combe, and maybe she's seen Covell pass.
Looks like somebody has been recruited into a gang. I'm just afeared that your son might have fallen in with a rough crowd, madam. We'll talk to the constable, but I wouldn't hold a lot of hope on that particular regard. Constable Sageford.
The Blackwolds are getting out of hand.
Blackwold valuables.
Might I take a moment of your time?
After the initial raids, when folks began fleeing for villages like Archet and Staddle, the Blackwolds found they could no longer rely only upon raids to support themselves. They seized old Bowman's farm and began tilling the soil, though badly and without care for the land. The brigands at the farm must be under the supervision of some Blackwold leader, else they would fall to laziness. If you confront the Blackwolds leader at the farm, you might be able to recover some of the valuables they have stolen. Old Bowman's farm is deep in the Chetwood, at the end of the Eastward Path. I would appreciate if you could at least try. There are many folk who would benefit from the recovery of this treasure.
Sure thing. Now let's get unpaid debts.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The Blackwood brigands are on the run, no question about it. They're trying to regroup at camps throughout the Chetwood, but they suffered a real defeat at Archet. The brigands fled their old encampment up by Archet carrying a large lockbox, which they brought to one of the smaller camps in the Chetwood, northeast of Combe. If we can get our hands on that lockbox, its contents could be used to help those who lost property to the Blackwolds. There are a number of watchfires along the road, so you'll need to find the right one. Those villains have a great many debts to repay, Gnomadan. If you can return with the lockbox, the folk around here will be better for it.
Indeed they will be. Good coffee. Having my one cup of coffee at the day, and it seemed like this was a good time to do that. Here, whenever we've got important work to handle. Ted Pickthorn.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Beneath the Hanging Tree.
Me old dad was a robber some years back and got his hands on a good deal of riches, as I heard it. Constable caught him, but afore he was hanged, me dad told me where he buried his loot. I never needed it before now, so I was content to let it stay buried. But I figure it's time to get my hands on wealth enough to keep you warm and shod, as my dear old dad called it. Can you take this pickaxe and dig the treasure up? Just take the road east from Combe to Constable Wren's post up by the guardhouse. Climb over the hill on the right and walk down to the riverbank where the hanging tree grows. It'll have an X carved into it. You'll be helping me make a new start of things, and you'll have me everlasting thanks.
Find the hanging tree. Okay. That looks like all the X's, all the circles that are currently lit up. I was thinking he was going to be the crafting hall person, but it looks like that is coming up here. Strange that that has a... Very strange that that has a map, has banners on it. Looks like it's supposed to be in an inn of some sort. Okay, here's the crafting hall. Used to not have a crafting hall in town. It used to be this area from like right there up to here just had a space along the road. It looked kind of like Bywater. A space along the road where all the crafting people stood out with their ovens and everything else along here. But it's a while back. It has been a while now that they actually, could be when they went free to pay, or maybe when they did the Bree upgrade. They moved everybody inside of a hallway here. A hall. Roderick Carver. Can talk to Roddy.
What can I do for you?
Crafting, strong of arm and sharp of mind.
My brother sent you, eh? As well he should. The business up in Archet is unfortunate, but it serves to remind us of the importance of skilled craftsmen. It would take a great deal of labor to rebuild Archet and supply the people of Breland with everything they need to prosper. The Mistress of Apprentices to my left can help you choose a vocation in which to specialize. A vocation is a bundle of 3 crafting professions with overlapping skills. Choose your vocation with care because you will expend a great deal of time and energy improving your skill with the professions under its purview. Once the Mistress of Apprentices has welcomed you to your chosen vocation, be sure to speak with a provisioner within the craft hall. She can sell you the tools of your trade. Every profession has its own, so be not overly shy with your coin purse. The novices will be happy to sell you any recipes that you might wish to have, though I can tell you now that you already know how to make a thing or two. Enjoy the crafting tools you plan, equip the crafting tools you plan on using, and you can enjoy them if you wish, and find an appropriate facility. The craft hall has a forge, workbench, and oven available for your use, and begin practicing your skills. You will advance in your chosen professions as you practice and seek out the teachings of others in the field. I hope you will become a skilled craftsman, Gnomadan, and that it will bring profit to you and Breland. There we go. Very good. Now, there was a Mistress of Apprentices here. I think I already know what we are going to go into. We are going to look for... Which one is it with the bow? Is it woodworker, the armsman? I think it is. I think it's the armsman. Let's see what they
How
have.
can I be of service?
Armsmen are capable of crafting any weapon you might ever need, so it's an excellent choice for anyone that relies on a blade. Armsman is proficient in mining, smelting, but would need to trade for wood with which to make bows, spears, and the like. Do you wish to learn this trade? Weaponsmith, woodworker, and prospector. I think that's where we're going to go. I think that's the one we're headed for. So we can make our bows with our own 2 hands there. You have trained a craft vocation. Yes, indeed we have. Let's talk to her once again. Introduction to a weaponsmithy.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Weaponsmithy is a necessity in these dark times. It seems that there is always a new threat here or there, and with Archet being burned to the ground... She collects herself. I have secured the time and teaching of Bob Birchcutter, a novice weaponsmith, but a fine student who is quickly refining his art to teach all those who are looking to set out as weaponsmiths. He can be found near the forge here in the craft hall of Combe. Speak with a novice weapon crafter. We will do that. Not right yet. Introduction to prospecting.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Prospecting is the collection and refinement of metals from the raw ore found throughout the world. Ore nodes can also hide gemstones and other objects that can be shared with other professions. Todd Brushwood, the supplier here, has offered to teach all who are willing to set out as prospectors. An introduction to woodworking.
Stay a moment.
Woodworking is a goal worthy pursuing, and there are many fine woodworkers and foresters herein. I have secured the time and teaching of Toby Sandheaver, a novice woodworker, but a fine student who is quickly refining his art to teach all those who are looking to set out as woodworkers. He can be found near the workbench here in the craft hall of Combe. All right, and there we go. So when we start up next time, we are going to be working on a profession. Starting to do our profession there of the prospectors, the weapon crafter, and the woodworker as we work as an armsman. So that is what we will do. We will stop there. We are hitting the 20-minute mark. So I want to thank y'all for coming along, and I believe Gnomadan wants to as well. Indeed he does. Thank y'all for coming along. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We're going to be in here in Combe for a little while. Looking forward to it. I always like Combe. I always like the little towns around Archet here. And I particularly like the little story here in the Chetwood and all. It was always a nice little bit of a place to be. So that is what we are going to be focusing on. We will see y'all next time. And thank y'all for coming along. I've got the Meager Feast from Rohan that will be coming up later this morning. We have not forgotten it. And I will see y'all then. Thank you for coming. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.